ever wanted to
know what a teenager really wants
from a library?
Well, do you?
Shh! We're in the library, remember?
Jay.
Seriously?
Wow. Come on, it's only library. God, as long as it was disturbing anyone.
Let's go over there, guys.
Hello everybody, my name's Sharon Smith and I'm the Library Service Manager for Telford and Wrekin Libraries, and it's lovely to see you all here this evening, and I'm looking forward to the questions you've got to ask me.
What does your job cover?
So perhaps if I tell you a little bit about what the Library Service does, and then that will explain what my role is. So the Library Service is all about encouraging people to share our love and passion for books and reading and finding information for people. That's what libraries do, and we do it in lots of different ways.
So here we are in the teenage section of the library, where we can see several of the teenage species at work. It's easy for us to imagine the typical teenager as a mumbling, hooded figure who shuns eye contact and never reads more than their friend's latest Facebook status. But here we have proof of actual positive reading going on. It seems all is not well in this corner of the library. Let's see if we can get a little closer and speak to one of the teenagers. Careful now, we don't want to frighten them. Obviously, a species that spooks easily. But sometimes their camouflage doesn't always hide them. And so, with a bit of searching, I'm sure we can continue to observe their strange habits.
Do you consult with library user groups regularly?
Well, we consult in lots of different ways, and I'm not sure I think regularly is the right word. We do consult, and we do it in these sort of following ways. At the moment, we're designing a new library, and that's why we want to come out and talk to you and other people as well to get their ideas. It's a big project, and it's going to take several years in the planning. So we want to find out what people want from a new building. We might consult as well on the opening times for different libraries so that we can be open at the times when people want to use us and that are most convenient to them. And we consult online, so you can do some online questionnaires, or we ask people when they come into the library. Something else which isn't, you might not think it's consulting, but we have all of these books around us now, and we don't buy everything. So sometimes if we don't have the books that people want, we want them to tell us. And so if it's sort of consulting, I suppose. We just ask them what they'd like and get them involved in selecting the books with us. So perhaps not consulting all the time in the same way.
This diverse species display a wide range of cognitive processes. some requiring a loud, stimulating environment.
Oi! Trying to concentrate here.
And how many books are there in a Telford library?
There's a staggering number of books in this library. I have round about 38,000. Not all of them on the shelves now, lots of them out on loan being borrowed. And across all the library service there's perhaps about 200,000. We add to them all the time, we're buying new books all of the time, and we're trying to select the things that we think people will enjoy reading. So some of them are new books, and some of them are ones that perhaps have been published some time ago, but they're still popular. As well as the books, I'm sure you know we've got DVDs and music and language courses. So we use the term books as a shorthand really to describe a whole range of things that we've got on offer.
Others show almost aggressive tendencies when confronted with unwanted noise.
Oh,
it's really good.
Oh, with the funny
It's
part,
rubbish.
with the funny part with the chicken, it goes like that, isn't it? Yeah.
No, I don't really like that bit.
Oh, and with the dog, it goes
No, I'm never watching that.
No, it won't. Oh, it's the best part of the film. That is. It goes.
No,
Like that,
I'm
it's
never
like-
watching it ever
I don't know what her problem was.
Trends can happen quickly. How do you respond to new trends, like the Cherub series, for example?
I think one of the main ways that we keep in touch is by, as I mentioned earlier, keeping in touch with the professional press, understanding what the latest genres or trends are. And we hear about books ahead of publication. So it's a bit like when you find all of the right games and toys in the shops at Christmas. The buyers do it perhaps 8 or 9 months, even more than that, in advance of Christmas to make sure that the shops are full of all the right stuff. So from a library point of view, although some things in a publishing world seem to appear overnight, and sometimes they do and we run to catch up, a lot of the time we actually know what's coming, or trends are known to us, the team know what they're hopefully is going to be popular, and we try and get ahead of the game. Doesn't always work, and sometimes we haven't got enough books on the shelves of the really popular stuff, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to try and get everything on the shelves in time.
Apparently, some of the teenage species prefer wide open spaces. This may be linked to a courting ritual, but some do prefer to hunt in packs. And yet some display solitary tendencies, hiding themselves away in burrow-like corners.
How often do your library staff receive training either on new trends, IT, or in customer service?
I can tell you that when new staff join the library service, they receive what's called induction training, and that makes sure that they understand how everything works technically, how the systems work, and they understand what's expected of them, because we're very customer focused and we have quality standards in the library service that we want to deliver and uphold. So that's one important part of training when people join us. And then throughout their time with us, we'll do specific training modules if they feel they need it, or if I feel that they need some extra support to develop their skills. And then we look for other ways to enable our staff to get experience, to allow them to deliver better customer service. So there's technical training, a lot of IT training, because a lot of our library service is available online now, and we need to make sure our skills are up to date. But really important is customer care, so that everybody who walks through our door or uses the service feels they're welcome and comfortable.
Due to the high intake of fluids, access to certain facilities is vital to the comfort and well-being of the species.
Can I have the key to the toilet, please?
Yes.
Here you are.
Don't worry, it's too late. Relying heavily on visual communication, the species needs large areas where they can display their unique messages to each other.
Where is passport?
Oh, I don't care.
Oi, can't hang that there!
If not found, frustration may ensue.
The new library sounds really good. And how much influence could we have on the facilities there?
I think you can have a massive influence on it. It's a major development for Telford Town Centre. The library building's going to be there for decades, and it's a really exciting project. So we want to involve everybody in helping us design something that's going to be relevant and flexible and stand that test of time. So your influence is important, and we need to gather it now, because although it's going to take a long time to build and create this building, the design is happening now. Now you can influence what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel, how people will want to use the building, what time of day, what day of the week, what books would you like to see, what furniture would you like to have in there, what sort of time do you want to have when you go through the door. And that's for you now, and the building won't be created until 2014. It is for you now, but it's for generations to come. So it's vital that we listen to you, and we listen to all groups around Telford and Wrekin, so that we can make this a building that everybody's really proud of and they want to come and use and enjoy. And I'm really excited that this is one of these opportunities where you can start to think about what's important for you and your friends and colleagues.
I'd like portable DVD players in the library, but I'd like some with TV screens so we could watch movies, and also I think there should be a section just for DVDs, like on the back shelf or something.
I would like to see like a new section of a library where like you can have fun and like have music and stuff instead of just out the whole library being quiet.
I would like there to be a device in the library so that I can find books by myself.
I would like a section of the library where there is paper, pencils and pens so that you can write and draw. This could be used for art competitions.
Because I'm an in-between age, I'd quite like to see a section that has books that have not teenage and not children, but in between.
I'd like to see a bigger and more comfortable teenage section in the library, because in the two main libraries that I visit, the teenage sections are quite small and compacted, tucked away in the corner, and the seats aren't very comfortable, so I'd like to see more comfortable seats in a bigger section.
I'd like to have access to ebooks.
I would like more manga books because at the moment they don't have very many series, and the ones that they do have, they don't have all of them.
I'd like more horror books